Hey friends, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel, Phyrra. And today I've got a different sort of video for you. I'm here to tell you that you need to get used to being the villain. And what do I mean by this? Well, let me back up and explain. I've gone through a lot of personal growth the past couple of years, and one thing that I found in my personal growth in therapy and from talking with my therapist is that there are people who are narcissists. And narcissists always like to shift the blame. Narcissists are either heroes or they are the victims. They are martyrs. And so basically, over the past year and a half, I have cut out just about every single toxic person that I know of in my life, most of whom were narcissists. And I had to come to grips with the fact that, you have to get used to basically just not telling your side of the story and just being like mature about it and being like, well, people who really know me will ask me or will know the truth, and people who don't will just spread gossip. So that's why I say you have to get used to being the villain, because I know I'm the villain in a couple people's stories. I have become the villain in Saucebox's story because apparently it's all my fault that, she hasn't been fulfilling her mystery box orders or whatever. I'm a horrible, nasty woman because I put together a timeline and brought it to attention. But I've cut, I guess, a lot of people out of my life who were narcissists, and some people who had borderline personality disorder who were very just destructive towards me. And like the hardest thing for me to come to grips with and be like, all right, I got to just be okay with this, is the fact that you have to get used to not telling your side of things. So people may think that you're a terrible person. I got to where I just was like, I don't care. I don't want those people in my life. I don't need those people in my life. And if they'd rather believe the word of someone who is a narcissist who fucking lies about everything, then, I'm not really missing anything. They're not a good friend. They're not a real friend if they're not willing to listen to me or at least ask me about it. Along the same veins, I have realized, this is probably not news to any of you, but stop chasing people who are into you or who are giving you mixed signals. So if you don't know where you stand with somebody, they're probably not into you. If you're getting mixed signals, they're probably not that into you, or you're a backup or something. So yeah, I don't know. I've been called a bitch because of setting boundaries and cutting toxic people out of my life. And if it makes me a bitch to stand up for myself, then I am proud to be a bitch. I am proud to be a villain because, I am taking care of myself and making sure that my needs are met. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So I'm telling you that you'll feel, maybe it's just because I'm 41 going on 42, I finally have the freedom to say, fuck you, and I don't care what other people think. And if it really bothers me, well, I just block you, delete you, move on, don't waste time thinking about you. The people I cut out of my life last year, I don't think about, don't miss them. And it's been great. My life has been very close to drama-free, which has been great. And I didn't even realize just how bad narcissists were. Like, they're always constantly trying to drum up drama so they have this like energy to feed on. They're just fucking terrible people. And I'm an empath, so apparently like I am a victim for narcissists. That's just how it is. So get used to being the villain. Get used to not, having to not telling your side of the story, and being okay with that. The people who really love you, who really believe in you, who are on your side, will either ask you or they will take your side and give you the benefit of the doubt. And that's what's important. So now that I've imparted these words of wisdom, if you're wondering like some other things that I've thought about that are kind of along this vein, check out, I'm going to put a link to a blog post of mine called I Don't Talk to My Toxic Mother, because I think a lot of people probably struggle with cutting toxic family members out of their life, and I've done it, and it's a really difficult thing, and so I want you to know that you're not alone if you're struggling with this. Obviously, therapy helps. I'm in therapy. I go to therapy usually 1 to 3 hours a week right now. I have been in hardcore therapy since my grandmother passed away about a year and a half to 2, almost, it'll be 2 years ago this June. And I've just been basically working and trying to be a better person, to be less codependent, to have more control over my anxiety disorder, and more control over my life, which has been great. Unfortunately, I'm still going through a very, very difficult time in my personal life. Like, I don't even know the last time I've been this stressed, and I'm barely sleeping. You don't really see me as much on social media just because it's hard for me to fake a smile. Like if you, like if I'm smiling, it's because I'm genuinely having a rare moment of happiness because of Nyx or Amaya. God, I said Phaedra. Yeah, see, my mental state is not good. I'm having a little bit of like disassociation and just feeling like crap, but hopefully things will get better. I hope things are going well in your life. If they're not, I want to offer you some advice. One of the best things that I have done in 2020, which has made a huge impact on how I feel on the day-to-day, has been doing gratitude journaling. This is where the first thing I do when I wake up every morning is I write down with a pen and paper, or I say out loud 10 things I am grateful for every morning. They could be the same 10 things as the day before, it doesn't matter, but I do this because it shifts your mind into looking to things to be grateful for. So it makes it easier for me to see the silver lining. So, for example, on a day I might say I am grateful for Nyx and Amaya and Dave and the roof over my head and having enough food to eat and having a job. Like I might just run through stuff like that. Just something to put me into a more positive mind shift. And then the other thing that I do is I listen to Dr. Shannon Irving's podcast. She has these like brain priming, that's an AM priming and a PM priming. I listen to those in the morning and evening. And the AM one basically just says, you're good enough, blah, blah, blah. You're a good person. You're doing good things. You're helping people. And then the evening one says kind of the same thing. And I think basically both of those are working to be positive reinforcement for me, for myself, since I didn't really get enough of that as a kid from my birth mother when I was growing up. So I'm basically biohacking my brain to make it more positive. And just from the past couple of weeks that I've been doing it, I've been able to feel better, even though I'm under such extreme stress. And the reason I know I'm under such extreme stress is that I'm struggling to get even 20 minutes of deep sleep in 12 hours. Like deep sleep has been very elusive for me. I'm having like a little bit of disassociation just from all the stress and anxiety, which sucks. So yeah. Anyway, that's what's been going on with me. And this is my advice. Get used to being a villain. You'll be much happier for it in the long run. And I hope this is a lesson that you can learn earlier than I did in life, because I didn't learn this lesson until I was like 40. And so I'm 41 going on 42. The life, universe, and everything, I will be the answer once I have my birthday. But yeah, I felt like this is something I should share with you because it's a big deal. And yeah, like I said before, if I'm a bitch for standing up for myself, I'm proud to be one. Call me a bitch. I'm embracing it. I'm embracing being a villain. It is who I am. I will take care of myself and those I love. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you're wondering what to watch next, click over here and I'm going to share a video for how to cope with anxiety. And check down here if you want to check out my winter skincare routine. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.